Oke guys, kita lanjut ke game kedua ya, antara Falcons Bren melawan dari See You Soon. Oke, Lara masih pakai Aurora. Halsey pakai Julianto ya. Di sini Tamus Warcry bro, buset. Tamus Warcry guys ya.
But what scares me is when Phoveus decides to go for the invade and he's doing it now.
Yeah, and it's really tough to stop a chip in the early game, especially with his movement speed and the fact that he has survivability because of his passive. So I think SYS, they definitely will have a bit of a better early game as compared to what we saw in game 1 with Hilda out of the picture. But it's kind of concerning because, you know, you look at all three lanes, See You Soon, they have to put the pressure back on the Falcons AP Brand because they'll play this out. It's all about securing that first 2 turtles. And if AP Brand does the exact opposite, things might just go badly.
Oh, Boxer safety, thankfully. Saved by Ra with the freeze as well. The cone just in range for FTZ. Able to get out from that. I'm seeing triple purifies from the side of FCAP.
But that's flicker down for 2 minutes, and without hitting the level 4, Ildiv just doesn't really hit as flies with. But well, they just go for the second best option.
Satu hit guys, aman aja.
Okay,
2 times SYS escape death, just barely.
Hey, you know what they say about the third time? Third time's a charm. So maybe we could see that happen. But you know, Boxy and Ogwen now just farming the mid lane, trying to get every single one of their members across the board to that level 4 spike.
So Goni talked about 2 turtles being the end game scenario. That's turtle number 1 for
FCAP. Hey, Boxy.
Delivered
langsung
into
mati
the hands of KTZ.
Langsung mati.
Yeah, I kind of expected so. You know, we saw that early game pressure that Falcons AP Bren was able to put on bot. Level 4.
Ogwen.
The penalties of on Felix landing onto the portal. And that's all she got.
Yeah, it's tough. It's just clutching the straws now. But there's good pressure. Aurora's also committed onto the Phoveus. Can they get it just a little bit more?
Itu meledak pun. Belum bisa guys. Soalnya Felix dia pakai Impurage. Kalau dia pakai lethal mungkin aja mati, mungkin ya.
I think this is where, you know, See You Soon can start to gather a little bit of momentum. It's definitely a lot more even compared to game 1. They try to go Ogwen once again.
Ogwen.
Take him out. Flick shows up. Ogwen should go down. That's gonna be Rob with the pickup. They go for Mortal KTZ knocked up, but this Julian not really too scared. A level ahead of the Nolan.
Yeah, saving grace for See You Soon was that Phoveus wasn't there just yet, so the Nolan had a little bit of free reign to play a little bit more aggressive. But over to the bot lane, I think FTZ up against Felix, this is going to be a little bit of a stalemate on both sides, right? We do see a little bit of pressure put on by the Tamus, but our next lane that I want to put attention to, well, let's give that thought. FTZ, let's go down here.
Flapnya, tetap aja mati guys.
Flick finds the kill. See You Soon going off to a way better start compared to game 1. But Ogwen, he can bring the entire village if he wants to. Decides to commit to it, and that's a flicker out from Ra. They'll try to chase him down. That's the knockup. Ra gets out.
Yeah, on top of it all, Ra does manage to keep his passive online, so that is a plus for See You Soon. But Falcons AP Brand definitely not looking as dominant like you mentioned in game 1. Flick definitely having a way better time.
Way better
in game 2. So this is, you know, this is good. This is good. This is a good sign of See You Soon being able to manage the early game slightly better. Run coming to ball lane. I don't think he's gonna be able to do it much, but it does provide a little bit more farm. He is struggling slightly against the Claude that we talked about, so it's kind of expected. But top lane, Claude nearly got caught out.
Yeah, it's the express lane swap from See You Soon. The second turtle on the board, FCAP, they are just 1 away from Goni's, you know, certain death prediction. So I would assume See You Soon wants to contest this, but FCAP have the whole team around.
Yeah, on top of it all, you know, Claude going to the bot lane to deal with that Moskov. Very quick reaction coming from FCAP, but hey, fight starting here.
It's a catch onto 2. Flick steals the turtle and FTZ needs to get away, gets frozen. Penalty zone from Phoenix to catch him. That's the kill for See You Soon. Demonic Force out from Phoveus. As KTZ picks up on Felix. The 1-for-1 Flick goes in for round 2, but Phoveus zones in the way. Here's the shortcut.
Ogwen tipis.
Ogwen barely survives as KTZ runs away from Run.
Yeah, this is good. This is good for the Moskov, because what you want for the Moskov is the space in order to farm. And not only that, the earlier switch gave Moskov that little bit of space in order to rotate in the game, and with his ultimate, we just immediately join team fights. So we're going to see explosive action right across the back. Oh, Ogwen playing with fire.
He's going to get stunned down. Going to pick up a Flick again as Run now gets a lot more space to work with.
Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate for Ogwen there. I think he didn't expect the Nolan to be nearby. Just trying to bait that fight, and he bit off a little bit more than he could shoot.
It's a free. Super Marco barely gets caught. It's gonna go back to the top side, right? So, Sorry and Felix will have to catch up. We'll see you soon now. Putting pressure on that mid tier 1. That's what they need. Feel knocked up. Departing force into the air. Mid knockup. Flicker with Sorry and Felix. They bring him back with the onwards. Feel still survives, but Run will pick him up. They lose Boxy in the process. Run, does he still want to be a part of this fight? As a knockback onto Ogwen. See you soon. Disengage.
Yeah, as much of a good start See You Soon has, they are a little bit of a timer because once Super Marco on that clock comes to scale, once we start to see, that Phoveus get those items in, this is where AP Bren will become very potent. Speaking about potency, top lane.
Yeah, brings his team in. It's fine. They're out. It's just Flick.
Well, no pun intended, right? I'm pretty sure. Not sure about this one.
Felix,
I think langsung
guys ya.
That's why I should go back to the fight. Turtle's coming up, but that pick off just gives AP Bren so much space. Now you look at the clock. He's farming on the top lane. Tamu's on the bot lane. It gives them the space that they need, and I don't think Ogwen will go down here as well. So this is where AP Bren can find their way back into the game. We talked about the late game a lot. This is where Claude will start to look slightly more dangerous.
This feels a bit bad for See You Soon because Boxy has no ultimate, so he can't participate in this. Ogwen shows up with a portal. Can he take him out? Flick will not have the damage to do that, but Run
Ogwennya tuh bang guys. Tapi Kaltizi dapat sih.
Kaltizi gets the turtle.
Yeah, Ogwen just doing all the dirty work here. He's just zoning the Aurora away from the fight, just so that Kaltizi can secure the turtle. And this is good, right? It's kind of pretty even trade in some sort. And while all of that was happening, Super Marco is still not really involved in the action, but he is slowly starting to rake up those items.
In a fight in the jungle, a bit of a scuffle. Boxy will need to run away, which should be fine. It's an Earth Shadow knockout onto Flap TZ. Holding onto the Vengeance, finally pops it as he needs a bit more of that safety net. All things considered, right? FCAP at this point of time, just a measly 1k gold lead compared to like a 8k gold lead from game 1 at this point of time.
Run.
Well, as his name suggests, running for his life right now. Easy trying to go for the fight. Even committed the retribution, but well, that Moskov is one sneaky fella. It's really hard to catch a Moskov, especially when you're coming from the front.
Yeah, very smart play with the Spear of Destruction to reposition himself.
Penalty zone.
Flap TZ. Follow up from See You Soon will be there in a bit. Earth Shadow follow up. Burst damage is enough. Run with the kill.
Yeah, that's smart. That's absolutely smart. They saw that Ogwen had already committed his ultimate. They knew that they can't really secure the backup. But on the other side of the map, Julian Kaltizi here picking up a kill on Flick. This is what they look for. Boxy going for the flicker knockup, commits the Primo Ruff, but I don't think they can get through just yet, and Kaltizi is just around the corner.
A lot of commitment. That's the demonic force. Feels so low, but finally goes down. So
langsung guys ya. Felix
from Kaltizi. Meanwhile, Run in a 1v2 is Super Marco
run.
And Ogwen picks him up.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough for See You Soon because Falcons AP Bren, despite having that kind of a rough start as compared to game 1,
Blood Wings sudah diamankan oleh Pew ya.
Draft has that late game potential. It's not like AP Bren has to win the early game, and this is where we're starting to see execution of draft to its highest order. Okay, not so much of a dominant lead in the early game, but fear not, because we have a Claude. We have a Phoveus that can kind of just jump onto Nolan. So as long as things are really even, we will still scale in the late game. And I think on top of that, they have a chip. So the mobility that AP Bren brings to this table, I think See You Soon have to be very worried about that. Speaking about wary,
Ogwen doing the dirty work again. Drops the shortcut.
Nice.
Ogwen. He does go down. As Aurora catching 3 people from Falcons AP Bren. It's Boxy to pick up the second kill, and this one going south for Falcons AP Bren. SYS finds 4 kills, and Lord is open for business.
Yeah, greediness.
Orangnya Super Marco versus pribadi.
It's just the Aurora passive, so can't do too much. That's Lord for SYS on a turn of events.
Wah, Felix lagi ya. Iya, Felix. Halo yo.
And Run does manage to pick up the Claude, so this is perfect. It's pretty much a wipe, right? Because it started with Ogwen going in, slightly greedy. I think his team wasn't really ready for the fight. They were not resetted. I think half the team was taking up the Lord, and then he just started the fight there.
Hunter Strike,
Sky Piercer,
Malefic, 3 item guys ya.
Just got stunned out, and that was
Ini pun juga sama guys. Concentrate energy Genius One sama Bulu-Bulu, Father of Even ya.
Really shines. When you give them that inch, they'll ask for a meter. You give them a meter, they ask for a kilometer. So I think for AP AP Bren, they have to reset for a bit and just clear out those super minion waves and lot before they take another fight. Because it's really risky now. If AP Bren
Alright,
goes
kalau udah
for another
diamankan
fight
oleh
and they
Ogun,
lose it, See You Soon could potentially push with the lot. So I think AP Bren, they know that, they're just going to clear up the lanes.
It came at a time when I was wondering how is the team fight going to play out from both teams, and I guess See You Soon, they're looking for conditions, and definitely run dying is not one of them.
Yeah, this is good. This is good for AP Bren because what happens now is that See You Soon just lost a bulk of the damage, and this, just allows them to clear up the wave. I think they lost like a tier 2 top lane, but it's a small loss, all things considered.
Probably the mid one will stay alive as well now that there's no Moskov. In fact, Ogun from the
Ogun
back looking for a flank. Boxy keeps in delayed, but here comes
Wah, Raya langsung mati, guys.
Flick realizes his team is losing this fight. They do take down few though, but cooldowns are important, and not having an Aurora might not matter as Boxy returns.
Flicknya mati. Boxy nice banget, Kyle Tezi. Iya, kelok triple kill bos, langsung wipe out. Kelas banget guys ya.
It was definitely a good attempt, but too ambitious there. Too ambitious coming out with See You Soon.
Wants to be the hero, but becoming becoming kind of the non-hero, the victim instead.
I can see Husky just being cautious there. He has the dude, the commander audiences are watching, right? You gotta tone it down. You gotta tone it down.
No, it can only go both ways. It can only go one way, right? Either looks very good, or it looks like a too ambitious attempt.
Yeah.
So I suppose it's not the end of the world yet for SYS. They were 2k deficit. They haven't lost any inhibitors. This is a reset for FCAP.
Yeah, we spoke about the reset and Ogun. What a big irritation coming in. Just cornering that top rush there just to catch the back line. I think Boxy definitely did a good attempt to reveal him, but the amount of burst that KTZ brings to him was just too much. And you even saw when the moment the Moskov came in, second skill, third skill, first skill, gone. The Moskov was just blown up.
They want the Ogun, they cannot get him, and Ogun
Terlalu ngeri
now
guys
goes
ya.
for potential counter engage to scare them away. That's the shortcut out. See You Soon they gotta deal with the waves first. The only wave that is sort of in their favor is the bottom lane wave, but doesn't matter, right? Field takes the portal back, clears that wave up. They can now prep for the second Lord.
Yeah, obviously with the Lord being stolen here, Boxy just trying to clutch at straws. But I think one of the big issues that See You Soon haven't been managed to really fix is this Tamus. This Tamus is just so tanky with that vengeance, and look at that. He's constantly in the front line, and with the combination of Ogun trying to dive the back, this gives See You Soon so many problems to deal with. They have to protect the Moskov, they have to get Flick into the fight. On top of it all, Raz has limited movement. So I think AP Bren, we've seen mistakes kind of happen every now and then, but they're still in control of the fight, and this is why you should always ban Chip on the second pick.
Yeah, the recovery.
It's a PSA, it's just a PSA out there.
Yeah, you have to ban. I mean, when they designed him, they didn't thought he would be this strong.
Iya,
but here it is. They found Flick.
Flick. Ya. Meledak gak tuh? Meledak.
Flick doesn't have enough energy.
Masih aman, guys.
Vision and penalty zone just to keep Flick alive.
Gila si Flicknya, coy.
There's Aurora ultimate. There's a lot of damage. Boxy now turns around, but only the shortcut is an available target. See You Soon manages to get their jungler to safety.
Bener itu kalau main nol ya. Flick, langsung flick guys.
If they want to go by fight, they can. But See You Soon, they're making quick work of this lot. Will they commit it, or is this just a bait? Because Phoveus just slightly there. I think See You Soon, they smell the danger, and they're like, nope, we're getting out of here.
I mean, Ogun even used to conceal, right? In Super Marco, he is the
strongest
point. Flapped easy because target the stun and the penalty zone. Maybe run is going to be the reason that See You Soon has a chance. Flapped easy gets out. Flick also escapes. For chase from field. Continues to run away.
Jangan kayak Okta ya.
Land the Earth Shatter. Super Marco also chased away. A split fight on different sides of the map.
Buset sih. Boxy-nya tipis banget.
Flapped easy as it comes to the portal. As Boxy survives and See You Soon finds the breath of fresh air. But better with the enhanced sword. Flick wants to kill, but runs into Super Marco, who takes him out instead. Sorry, Felix is all alone. KTZ happy to dance this tango. Mortality still available. Enhanced sword on top of Sorry Felix just goes for the beatdown. And Sorry Felix will die. That's 3 for FCAP.
It was all facade. We were hyping up Super Marco and Phil, but the true hero in this game is KTZ. The burst, the sustain, as well as the damage. It was just too much coming to Julian. While they were so
Super
occupied
Marco-nya
with
udah pasti
handling
dapat sih
Alvin
guys ya.
and Flapteasy,
Alah,
Siu
paus.
failed to realize
Capek.
that there is
Oke guys ya, lanjut guys.
I know that Ra is about to head to that Winter Crown first. Thank you very
Winter
much.
Crown udah
Goni.
diamankan oleh
Speaking of
YAKALI
Winter
TV
Crown,
ya.
Well,
Is out.
KTZ's got the Winter Crown, so that's a little bit more trouble that Siu has to deal with. But while we are on the topic of items, I think the fact that Moskov already has his Wind of Nature also means that Super Marco can't really go in as aggressively as he would like to. So it's a
Winter
question of
Crown
who
udah
pops that
diamankan
Wind
oleh
of Nature
Ra.
first.
I suppose that's one thing, but the guy killing him is Kautizi.
Yeah,
So
definitely,
It's like a
right?
Winds of Nature, sure, but Kautizi is the one that's like one-shotting you. It's gonna be a bit of a problem. I know there's Wishing Lantern on Ra, so you can chip away at the front lines, but this is the Lord push that FCAP is gonna rely on.
Buset.
Mid inhibitor already broken. All three lanes synced up as well. SYS. Can they keep any inhibitors? It doesn't seem like that's gonna be the case. The bottom one surely going to fall in just a bit. Lord will be taken care of as FCAP. They're just gonna settle for this.
Yeah, two inhibitor turrets down. I think you know, AP Bren, they're pretty happy with it. Nearly getting the third one as well. That's going to put a lot more pressure on See You Soon, especially with the Lord coming up. And right now, it feels like we're back to square one. It feels like homecoming for AP Bren, where we saw you know, the pressure that they had in the base of See You Soon, and it's back to tower defense. Then again, in game 2, we saw as compared to game 1, See You Soon can punish with this lineup.
Yeah.
Especially with the Aurora. So if AP Bren, they're not too careful, and one bad team fight happens, See You Soon could possibly just go for either backdoor, or secondly, just wipe out the side of AP Bren and go for the game.
Looks like it is very dire for See You Soon. They want to go for the
Flap.
Flapteasy gets away thanks to Vengeance. Over brings the team in. Flapteasy goes down. Both teams trading one for one. Felix still wants to go for Julian, but not going to find it though. Winter Crown to protect him. So at the end of that, FCAP finding 2 for 1.
Piu.
And this flick can get filled, but it seems impossible with the demonic force.
Well, good thing is Super Marco is still alive for AP Bren, so you know there is a bit of a pressure for See You Soon. But hey, I think that was a worthy gamble, because if they hadn't won that team fight there, they could win.
Udah langsung mati guys.
Oh, flick! He has energy for one more dash. Gets away for now. That's
Super
rather
Marco.
ultimate run. He's trying to clear the wave. That's the penetration damage from the passive does help out. 5 more seconds until Boxy gets back. Falcons AP Bren cannot end this just yet. See You Soon. They mount a good defense.
Yeah, wise choice also by AP Bren to back off, you know, Lord coming up in a couple of seconds, so you definitely don't want to die before that. On the side though, See You Soon, like you said, you know, I echo your thoughts, really good defense, especially when Falcons AP Bren did manage to take out both Boxy and Felix. You didn't really have a front line, but because Flick is such a mobile assassin, like look at this, you go in, you think that See You Soon would completely smash them, but Phil jumps immediately for the back line, zones both the Aurora and Moskov away from the fight, and that leaves, you know, Felix in no man's land. So both teams, you know, playing to the
mungkin ini jadi Lord penentuan sih kalau yang dapat Falcons AP Bren ya.
They can't afford to make another mistake. This probably would be the last mistake if they do make one.
Oh, good from the back. That's going to be a potential angle. Aurora ultimate already out. Here comes Phil. Uncontested run. Needs to run away. His rise already gone.
Run. Piu.
Getting chased down by Phil.
Piu.
The fight splits up again.
Sumpah. Ini tipis. Nah, itu dia.
That's Ra dead, but KTZ and Flapteasy both go down.
Lah, flagnya mati juga guys. Udah sih. Langsung push aja gak sih? Boxy. Iya, harus mati sih. Super Marco yang mati guys. Fokus N bisa guys. Fokus N bisa guys. Bisa itu Super Marco coy. Langsung beli Rose Gold ya guys ya.
For 6 more seconds for Ra to get back. Can Story and Felix do this?
Udah sih guys. Super Marco fokus, selesai. Gila guys ya, 2-0 di tangan Falcons AP Bren coy. Oke lah ya, kita lanjut ke game yang ke selanjutnya. Karena udah 2-0 match selanjutnya ya. Bye bye.